What is going on, John for TheCouncilNetwork here, and welcome to a episodic review of Dragon Ball Super episode 44. I don't really usually does these things for Dragon Ball Super, but he actually didn't have the time to do. He actually meant to do something he forgot. He has the time to do it today, so I'm stepping in for this week's review episode, Dragon Ball Super, which is another filler episode. Yay! But I guess you're gonna have the fillers in order to lead up to the main courses. The big episodes are coming out in June, which is pretty cool, as it kind of fits what happened in between this arc, and this arc type of thing. So basically, this filler, the next week's episode filler, revolves around Monaka and some type of super water that is on a planet. I'm not going to try to pronounce because I will butcher it. Actually, I have a name of it right here. It's because I needed to look up the name of it. Patu Fui, I think is pronounced. I don't know. Patawi, I think is how to pronounce it. I don't know, but actually I have the name up there so I can actually say it for myself and actually know how to say it. But anyway, so this is actually part one of the this part one of, I guess, a duo episode. But anyway, it starts off pretty much of Monaka delivering income speech to Bulma, since he's of course the delivery driver and all that good grand stuff, and Bulma somehow convinces him, which I guess this how birds could be easy convinced of anything, to help her with her latest build, her latest work, which I don't really know what it's supposed to do. I don't think it's never really explained what it is. It's just some kind of weird machine that spits out blue goop. It's like smaller drops of blue goop. And Monaka is reluctant to actually help because of the fact that he's a delivery worker, delivery driver, and he has a set schedule he has to go by and make sure he's not late to any of his deliveries, because people are expecting packages to arrive as close as on time as they possibly can be. So meanwhile, while Monaka is helping Bulma with her weird blue goop machine thing, Goten and Trunks returning back to Capsule Corp, and they see Monaka's delivery spaceship, delivery truck ship, parked in front of their house, and decide to say hello to Monaka, but he's not in the truck, of course, and decide to be the gentle angels that they are, and decide to sneak into the back of his truck and mess with some of the stuff that he has back there, such as a sword, which I'm guessing a toy sword. Not really sure, but a nice little homage of Trunks holding a sword and swinging a sword. I love that homage. A little reference to the Future Trunk arc that was in Dragon Ball Z, as well as in the, I think it was the 13th movie for Dragon Ball Z, where he kind of had that sword as well, got the sword. So it was a nice little reference to that. And Goten decided to play with I guess a stuffed animal that can inflate. I don't even know what it was called, but it inflated, and the fact that it closed the door on them, and they were trapped in there for all eternity. And until somebody tried to get out. Now, they could have easily blasted the doors open, and they Saiyans and all that stuff. They can easily open the doors, but they decided to be good little children and decided to, hey, you know what? Let's not do this because we may hurt his business, Monaka's business, and decided to sit and wait, and maybe, hopefully, Monaka will open the doors before he takes off to his next destination. Which does not really happen due to the fact that he's in a rush to go straight to the planet that I mentioned. I'm not going to try to pronounce ever again because I'm sure I butchered it. I'm sure I pissed off many people who probably can say it properly, to his next destination, which is pretty interesting to say the least. It's actually being invaded by a group of, I guess, quote-unquote space pirates or anything like that, to get something called the super water that apparently can make you, like, super powerful, strong. Yeah, apparently that's how it actually goes, and yeah, it doesn't really fully flat out like that, and basically they have to try to get a person by the name of Potegi, I think I have to pronounce his name, who has the key to this super water that's just in the line of a pacifier, and it literally looks like a damn pacifier, something, baby lotion, the baby stuck on. Yeah, that's literally what it is. It's hilarious, in my opinion. And he tries to pass him off as sort of a great fighter, in that fighting stance and pose, but he's pretty much just as weak as Monaka there. And I really love how Goten describes the quote unquote key around his neck, which is, isn't that something that little kids suck on? I just thought it was the most precious thing ever. It was probably the most funny thing in the episode of all time. So, Bulma eventually finds out that Trunks and Goten are missing, that they were hidden away at Monaka's ship, and she calls Chi-Chi's freaking out, and Goku is straight to King Kai's planet, which now he's finally over his little key problem, his Kai problem. So that's actually really cool. He's pretty much back at full strength. And she calls Jocko, blackmails Jocko, most hilarious thing ever. The fact that Jocko drew stupid little funny pictures on a picture of the Galaxy King. And yeah, apparently he's afraid of being fired over something as silly as that, and it works. And somehow she also convinced Vegeta to go with him. Because even the Prince of All Saiyans, who is a Super Saiyan God, even he can be scared of his wife. Because we all know the wives in Dragon Ball Z are the Dragon Ball universe, or the most powerful beings of all. Chi-Chi and Bulma, they're more powerful than parents. We all know that for a fact. Because of how freaking scary they are at times. But, anyway. The group of villains ended up stealing the pacifier. I'm going to call it pacifier, not a key. Guys, what it is, a pacifier. They ended up stealing the pacifier and use it to unlock the area where the super water is being sealed away for protection. And Potages actually warns, hey, do not go near that thing. It is not what you think it is. It will consume you. It will consume you and just take everything you own. Of course, they don't listen because they think he's talking shit. He's like, oh, you know what? He doesn't mean anything. He's just trying to scare us. And, lo and behold, they open up looks like a thermos, of all things. And, some little purple goop in the eye just looks up and all hears a scream. And, yeah, so you see Vegeta and Jocko pop in the world. And now you see Trunks and Goten fighting a bunch of purple men that pretty much resemble what the group of Ranscallions were at one point in time. Here we see Vegeta shine, and in terms of fighting, and he fights the villains and all that good stuff, and eventually the purple group decides to pull like a Majin Buu type of style and just wraps itself around him, and then it starts to flip Vegeta around like he's a fucking ragdoll. Those hilarious, spits him out, and now Vegeta feels weak. He feels powerless, and he has no powers anymore. He can't fly, he can't shoot energy blasts, he can't transform into a Super Saiyan. And this purple goop stole all of his powers, and now it has taken the form of Vegeta. And it's now, hey look, an evil Vegeta. We haven't seen that in quite some time, since really and truly, the last time we saw Vegeta any time of being evil was during the Namek saga of Dragon Ball Z. So, you can see an evil Vegeta, and that's pretty much where the episode ends. We see that little form, and then we go into the preview of the next episode where it looks like Goku should end up fighting this evil purple form of Vegeta. And all in all, it was just a filler episode, really all it was. Nothing really too spectacular, nothing really super interesting in my opinion. In terms of, if you want to watch if you don't want to watch filler episodes, or if you're kind of curious on what filler episodes look good, this is more of a skip in my opinion due to the fact that it's not super interesting. It has a couple funny moments here and there, but that's really about it. Nothing really, that's really, oh, that's so cool, and oh, that happened, type of thing. Now, if you want to watch the next episode, you kind of have to watch this episode to watch the next episode, but if you're kind of waiting for the good stuff to start, this is definitely a skip, in my opinion, in terms of an episode. If you skip this episode, it won't be hurting you, you won't be missing anything good. In my opinion. Now, the course goes to be different for the next episode, but this is nothing really too spectacular. But I enjoyed some of the parts of the episode. It's not really, but there's a lot of things that are just kind of boring. I kind of like took out my 3D and started playing through the episode a little bit. Some of the stuff, due to the fact that it was just like, it really didn't keep my attention throughout the entire episode, which is kind of a pain. But anyway, give me your thoughts on what you guys think on episode 44 of Dragon Ball Super. Whether you liked it, you didn't like it, what are your some favorite parts from Dragon Ball Super? Like I said, my favorite part from episode 44 was just the pacifier joke that Goten made. I thought that was hilarious, and that was pretty much about the only enjoyment I had in the entire episode. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I guess Ryu will pick up on the next review, episode 45. So, bye!